I think it's been a bit of a mixture. The start of the season, I feel like it's got better towards the end of the season. And that possibly having a bit of, we've just been so busy, so full on. There was a little gap where I actually got COVID. And that seem to change a little bit of something. I can't kind of pinpoint exactly what. Possibly spending 10 days in bed, being sick. But I don't know, it just, since then I sort of almost relaxed a bit, and like I've talked about before, just trying to have no really like zoning in on the fact that what do I want out of the end of my career. I'm not getting any younger. You just never know what's going to happen. So I think that the little bit of change in mentality possibly relaxed me in some ways, but also motivated me in ways to just think, like, how many more times are you going to play, say, the Black Ball Open or the US Open, all these tournaments? And it changed the perspective a little bit to like enjoy going to these events. I think through COVID it was quite tough being in bubbles and things like that, and there was definitely periods being sat in a room at 32 years old, you're thinking, is this really what I want to be doing, spending 23 hours of the day in a room by myself? And then so coming out of that, I think it's just been really about enjoying going to tournaments, enjoying seeing, making the most of seeing different cultures, hearing different languages, all these things that I actually enjoy about the sport, and trying to make the most of it. And it seems to have like be coming out of my squash now. I think really closely looking at what motivates me now, compared to when I was 21, say, and just that desire to do the best that I can and make Joelle proud, as opposed to worrying about what other people think or who cares about my results or whatever. It's just at the end of each match, can I go back to the room and be happy with myself that I gave it everything, win or lose, just leave it all out there. So I think that's probably been quite a nice transition through this year. When you've been doing it since you were 18 years old as a pro, the travel, things like that, it can become a bit tough, So I'd say falling back in love, not necessarily with squash, but just the whole thing, and enjoying the tournaments, enjoying being away, because at some stage I'm not going to do that anymore. And yeah, like I say, just being proud of me and knowing that I've done everything leading up to the tournament to put my best self out there, and win or lose, you just have no regrets. I think I look at it a different way now. It's like I want to win as many titles as I can before I finish playing. Not necessarily looking at rankings and going, oh, I have to, if I do this in this tournament, then I just want to turn up to every tournament and be in the mix to win it, and see how many events I can win before I finish playing. And like I say, like any goal, you got to have a bit of a dream as well. The current stock of players is so impressive. Shabinis, Gohars, Hanias, and even the ones ranked after me. There's such a standard now. So even coming close to winning these events, you're winning because of the current form of players that you're competing with. So it's, yeah, I actually just love being out on court now, in these different places, playing in front of crowds, even if they're not cheering for me, just enjoying that whole experience as well. So I would say before I was heavily, much more so, ranking probably focused. Now I'm just trying to do my best to win as many titles as I can before it all comes to an end. The Commonwealth Games, I think, is obviously a huge focus for us as well. So that's probably a big goal, for any of us playing the Commonwealth Games. It's a huge goal. And then after that, have a bit of a rest and go on holiday and then see what's in store for the next year. But I don't really want anything to change from how I've been approaching the second half of the season. It's worked pretty well for me so far. I think, you know, even having some of these huge battles with, you know, at the British with Hania, big 5-setter, and I lost, but I just, in that heat of the moment, the battle, me kind of getting on top, her coming back, that's what any athlete wants to be doing, you know. So I think it's going to stay the same.